Well, I figured this was a perfect filter for today since it is 52 degrees in Florida right now. At 8:09 a.m., I'm at a soccer game about 20 minutes from my house. And we left on time, but I took a wrong turn that cost me about like 8 minutes. Not a super big deal, but like I'm rushing to get here, you know, it's got my anxiety pumping because then once we get here, we can't figure out how to get in the parking lot. It's just like, oh my gosh. So I was like, anyways, we got here and he's warming up. The game hasn't started yet, but I'm like, I need to sit here for a minute. I'll be over in a minute. Because we're not going down like that today. This anxiety is not going to take over. We've got the Zen Pen from Cetera. And let me tell you something. It really is Zen. This is a ratio product. So this is 4:1, 4 THC, 1 CBD. So you are still going to feel the psychoactive effects. But that little burst of CBD, just, I don't know, something about it. All I can describe it as is Zen, like literally, and it's called the Zen Pen. So I took a few puffs on the way here, but fuck it, we'll clam bake. Am I the only one that calls it that? I'm from up north, so when you used to smoke in your car with the windows up, we either called it hot boxing or clam baking. I don't know why. I haven't said it in a really long time because I normally don't. Anyways, I'm just rambling on. That is going to be plenty. I'm already chilled down. So now I've got to go get my seat and freeze. I've got my winter jacket on. Yes, it's 52 here in I'm currently in Seminole, Florida. From Rhode Island, okay. I'm actually from up north. I was born and raised in Vermont, so people are like, oh, you should be used to this. Yes. However, I did leave Vermont in 2004. So I've been gone for a while, and I definitely have Florida blood now. 60% THC and 40 CBD. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I actually use 1-to-1s during the day a lot when I've got a ton of work to do. 1-to-1s are good because it's just that little kick. So, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I grew up on Okemo. I've only been to Killington a couple times. Like, Okemo, I know that mountain like the back of my hand. I started skiing there when I was 3. My dad works there. And in the wintertime, every other weekend, when my dad would have, you know, whatever, we had shared custody between parents, and we would go to my dad every other weekend. Well, in the winter, he works for Okemo. So we would be up there sleeping in the lodge at like 4:30 a.m. when my dad had to be at work until the ski school opened up. Then we would go to the ski school. But, so I actually switched to snowboarding when I was 12 because ski school was like, look, your daughter's like 12 years old. She's more advanced skier than the adults in this class, you know, in the adult class. We suggest she switch to snowboarding just to start. So, and my brother already did. So I would say I'm an expert skier and an experienced snowboarder. However, this is turning into story time. I got pushed off a chairlift at Okemo. In 2014, I fell 35 feet with my snowboard strapped to my board. And I broke my arm, my wrists in 8 different places. They thought I had damaged so much more. When they first initially came to me on the trail, because of the way that my body was, it looked like my leg was just shattered. So they were focused on my leg, and it wasn't my leg at all. It was my arms, my wrists. So that's a little tidbit about me that most of you probably don't know. When I was, yep, 14 years old, pushed off the chairlift. I was a freshman and he was a senior, and the thing was, like, he was a jerk about it. Him and his friends would laugh and say jokes and shit because I had 2 casts on. I had to go back to school. I had 2 casts on. I had to wear those, like, windbreaker. You remember those Adidas windbreaker, like, jackets and pants? I had to wear those because I couldn't, like, button things. It was crazy. So, but I don't know. Karma must have done its work there. No way. Wow, collarbone. Oh, that's a bad one too. I am 37. I'm about to be 38. January 5th is my birthday. I was supposed to be a Christmas baby, but I was late. All right, guys. Well, I need to get back to the field. I graduated in 01. I'm not even going to say it. SHS. Okay, guys, I'm done. You see, I'm ready. I'm not even kidding. Like, this is an active testimonial of how medical cannabis can really help patients with anxiety and things like that. I don't take any pharmaceuticals. I am about to be 38. I'm almost 40 years old. I don't take any pharmaceuticals. None. Okay? I have a prescription for Xanax from like 10 years ago that still has pills in it because it's just like, I don't like it. But if you go back to the beginning of this live, you'll see how anxiety was basically making me sit in my car. And I needed to take a minute to calm down, you know, and I took a couple puffs and now I'm laughing and talking about childhood memories. Like, I'm ready to go. This is not a joke, guys. Medical cannabis can help if you use it medicinally. You know, I've been self-medicating with medical cannabis since I was too young. But, you know, here we are now in 2020 and medical cannabis is accepted almost everywhere. Things are on the move. It's about to go full recreational. And I'm happy about that. So thanks for listening. This was a long ramble, far longer than I expected, but you guys have a wonderful day.